Hello everyone. So I'm up here on the patio. I can't use the garage because there's a car in there. And this is primarily a video for the people who trained in Okinawa-te and Te-Kempo-Jiujitsu, Okinawa-te Budokan, and so forth and so forth. And what I wanted to talk to you about today was the sword and hammer. Now we know the sword and hammer is closing the hand, one hand open, another hand closed. Then you can try it with your hand open, see how it feels. You can do it with your hand closed. And when you're striking, you can try and keep your thumb open and see how that feels on a bag. And you keep your hand closed, keep your thumb closed. See how it feels. You could do an open hand slap with your thumb open, and you could try doing it closed on the bag. Try it out. See the differences, see how it feels. If you're cut. Anyways, let's get into this. So what happens is you're in a formal standing horse where you have twin hammers in front of you. If you raise the hammer up, you're in a crescent defense. Right? If I block with that left hand, well, now I have a punch to the solar plexus, or one to the face, or one to the stomach, or one to the crotch. If I'm using an open hand, or I could be slapping, or I could be punching, or I could be moving and punching. Anyways, when we're up here, the formal standing horse is twin hammers. The informal standing horse is twin swords. So now we combine them in a circular fashion, half circular fashion, full circular fashion, coming in or out of a windmill, to where we're coming up and we're crossing. And those circles are very important, that you understand those circles both coming forward and backwards. And we see it throughout a lot of the forms, even containing the falling leaf, to where we're here and we're moving forward with that, or moving back with that, and with the traps and the strikes and the slaps and the double slaps. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. But anyways, so now we know that with the informal standing horse, that we've got different types of strikes. We've got different type of slaps. We've got open hand palm strikes to the crotch. After the palm strikes, we could come back up and bring his neck back and then continue with a strike to the throat. And there's all different types of different techniques we could do, both out of the left hand being the sword and the right hand being the hammer, and combining. If we come down on a diagonal, we could come across and then come in with a punch. We could come down, over, in. We could come down, over, in. That's just one simple flow. So we know that if we're in a left angle defense, that we could strike, right? We could strike with the left angle defense, right? Left angle offensive technique. We're here, we're striking to the face. If I'm coming in with a right angle defense, well, we know that we could bring this hand across. That's why we never bring our hand here to, if we want to strike in this pattern, or grab his arm and strike, or come to the bicep and strike. You can strike to the bicep, you can strike to the forearm. In this manner here, we could strike and block and strike to the wrist. From the wrist, we could come right back up to the face. From the wrist, we could strike to the crotch. From the wrist, we could come in on a diagonal. You get my drift. There's 101, 201, 301 techniques. We could jab with that, punch, 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 right? We could use this as a jab where we're throwing a backhand at the same time, using that in that fashion, right? We could use this coming in with the thrust. We could, on the side, over the top, underneath, into the eye, and so forth. So there's different ways we could hold this mini Yawara. We could hold it in our fist like so, and strike with this type of a pattern, coming to the back of the elbow, coming to the side of the face, or we could twist the wrist and strike in this fashion, right? And this today was just to introduce how the left angle defense, or offense, can be used in a right angle. And that's why you always want to keep your hand